This is for the Maroons in the Blue Mountains of Jamaica. This is for all my Native American Moors of Turtle Island just minding their business in Canada until all this colonization bullshit. Ronnie! My bad, Auntie.
Chill, this is for...
It's Mike Ross, also known as Mike on the Mic, the nation's sexiest comedian, the nation's #1 side nigga, and the nation's only stripper comedian. Ladies, I'll be touring and I'll be live in a city near you. Make sure you're in the building. Make sure you purchase your tickets. Don't miss out on another amazing sold-out show as always. Looking forward to seeing you there.
Thank you so much.
You don't get the credit you deserve, though. And
you know what? As long as they keep calling, as long as I'm still working, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be all right. I would love to get to another level, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm doing what I love, which is stand-up comedy. And not only do I have a new movie coming, I also will be having a new 1-hour special. So look out for that as well.
Didn't Cat Williams say that as well too? That you got overlooked, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, him and Kevin had a little battle on the Breakfast Club. I was like, oh God, don't say my name, please. Don't get me in that. And I was kind of, at first I was like, please don't, I love Tiffany. Don't compare me to her. I've been in the game way longer. She's like a daughter to me as well. I think she's like 5 years older than my own daughter. And, at first I was kind of salty. And then I got this sound exchange check. I was like, oh, well, Kevin, yeah, you can talk about me again. Nick. Talk about me again. I guess people started Googling to see who I was or whatever. Because the guy on the Breakfast Club, I ain't never even heard of it. Well, that's because you don't know shit about comedy, sir.
Who said that? Which one said that?
You can't know comedy and not know who I am. I've been on tour with the biggest comics in the country.
Who said that?
In the world.
Who said that? Envy of Charlemagne.
Who you think? The God, of course.
That's crazy. He don't know who Melanie Comarcho is.
It's okay. If it wasn't for the Breakfast Club, you wouldn't know who he was.
How you watch a Martin special, even Cat Williams' first, second, third show, and not know who Melanie Comarcho was?
I'm not even worried about it. Charlemagne has not stopped or hurt in any way. They're still hitting me up and calling, so I'm okay. Charlemagne the God, I just have to let him see me one day. He'll have to come and see who I am. I'll turn him into a fan.
Yeah, indeed. Well put. Another queen of comedy that was on that tour with Cat Williams was Lunel, friend of the show. She's been on multiple times. We love Lunel on the podcast. Talk about, do you have a relationship with Lunel? If so, how was it?
I mean, when we was on tour, that was my ride or die. Lunel's doing her own thing. I'm doing my thing. We see each other, every once in a while. But yeah, she's cool.
Dope. Now you got an incredible story. Well, it didn't start off incredible, but you were on the Queens of Comedy tour, I think originally, and you were taking off. Can you talk about that? And then right after that, Martin picking you up.
I was hosting the Queens of Comedy. I was the first host of the Queens of Comedy. And, it wasn't the Kings. It wasn't the Kings. We wasn't selling out no arenas or anything like that. But when I was hosting, I made sure that every queen on there got a standing ovation. I know how to host if I can't do nothing else. I've hosted every major club in Los Angeles, the Comedy Store, Laugh Factory, and the Improv. I've hosted them all. And I also hosted my own room, the Savoy, for years. So I know how to host. Everybody don't know how to host. You got to hit it and then bring your people, your acts on. So I did that. I asked them if there was any joke that was similar to one of theirs that I did, because great minds think alike. They might have had something similar to let me know, and I wouldn't do it. I could write another joke. And they were like, no, everything's good. And I think after the third show, and this is 3 shows of standing ovations, I was told, well, you're not that good a host, so we're gonna, what? No, you gotta give me another reason. That ain't it. And then I was devastated because I'm a mother. I was divorced by this time. So I'm a single mother of 2 kids that I got to feed, and now this is my money that's gone. And I'm like, oh, fuck. But my God is so good. Within a week of him letting me go, Martin called and said, "Hey, you want to come on tour with me?" And I had told him what happened. Yeah, they took me out to Queens, and he was like, "Oh, don't worry. What are they paying you? Oh, I'm gonna double that." Bam! And you'll be the only queen on this tour. Bam! And I ended up touring with, and then Martin told me one night after a show, and this was a couple years later, when I'm on tour, you're on tour. What? Wow. And he kept his word. He kept every time he went out, he called me. Now this tour he on now, that lit AF tour, that's not his tour. He's just hosting that tour. But when he's on tour, I got the call. So love you for life, Martin. And I said his birthday was just last week, the 16th of April. I already gave him a special, hey, another shout out. Hey, Martin. Okay.
Now, who did they replace you with? Who did they replace?
Miss Laura.
Miss Laura Hayes, yeah.
Okay.
So later I found out I was too skinny.
Oh.
Huh?
What? Yeah. If you ever watch the movie, The Queens of Comedy, you'll hear him say, lose another pound and you'll be off this damn tour.
Monique said that, yeah.
What? Skinny women are evil? Well, what you lose all that weight for? Let me shut up. Okay. I have been nothing but nice to every big girl I know. You ask any big girl, when I was clowning people at school, in high school, I didn't talk about, there was one girl, Fat Carolyn, and that's only because she called me black male. Other than that, you can't help because you're fat. Just like I can't help because I'm skinny. I done tried everything. Ain't nothing worked. This guy told me he could put, a couple pounds on me, and he did. But as soon as he got up, I was back 110 pounds again.
No problem.
Couldn't find the hole.
It's usually a man problem, ain't it?
Right. Usually. But I got it plugged up now. Okay.
Speaking on that a little bit, talk about comedy now, because your comedy is raw, it's unapologetic, very sexual, and a lot of people.
But you know what a lot of people don't know is my comedy is whatever I need it to be.
Yeah.
I have gone to West Angeles and had a fantastic show. Many churches. I can do whatever. I can do kids. I do what my audience wants. I read my audience. I do clean shows. I can do a joke without talking about sex at all and get the same responses I get with sex jokes. I don't have to talk about sex to be funny. There's so many other things that we could talk about. I got so much material on these masks when this stuff is over with. You'll see. But on everything, the bad breath, the mask, the staying in the house, the finding out that the person you thought you could spend the rest of your life with you couldn't even be with for 24/7. Get out of here! Being locked down, what people brought out that you got to find out your real friends during this COVID environment. I can tell you that much. You were revealed. If you didn't see something, if God didn't reveal something to you during this lockdown, something wrong with you. Because he done showed you some stuff. That's for sure.
Definitely.
Whether it's you need to spend more time with your family or you need to do this. He showed me you need to learn how to do everything about a movie from top to bottom. And I did that. So everybody, God wanted you to learn something during this time. I believe that part. I don't think he shut the whole world down just for that, but we could also, do something during our downtime for sure. A lot of people ended up making successful businesses online. People became really, you got a lot of new entrepreneurs, put it like that, since COVID started.
Absolutely. Can you talk about the importance of comedy clubs? Oh,
yeah. It's got to have a club. Clubs are the only places you're going to be able to really work on your material. Because once you do concerts, unless you're headlining, which there's not a lot of big headliners out. You got Chris Tucker, Martin Lawrence, Chappelle, God, what's the other guy's name? The Indian guy that's so funny. Anyway, you got 5 or 6 big ones that actually fill up a concert, the Chris Rocks. So you're doing 15 to 20 minutes before them. That's all you get. So it's hard to work on new material in 15, 20 minutes. So we go to the clubs where usually when you're booked for a club, they're expecting a minimum of 45 minutes every night. I mean, some comics don't know how to do 45 minutes. They will be up there for an hour and 20 minutes. And with you turning the lights on, trying to get them off. The clubs at one point were threatening, they would dock your pay because there's a line of people outside waiting for the next show.
Right.
And they got an attitude when they come in because they've been standing outside for 30 minutes or an hour, waiting on because you went over. So, but the clubs are definitely, we need the clubs. I can't wait for them to open back up. I mean, like I said, I'm going into this club May 1st and the 2nd, the House of Comedy. And I don't know what Dave went to the club and had them doing nose swabs during the COVID.
Okay.
To see his shows and still ended up getting COVID. I was like, see, because fans, they see you and they want to take a picture and hug you and all. They don't think they got nothing.
Right. You don't really know.
Right. You might be asymptomatic.
Right.
You got it, but you don't have no symptoms.
Right.
But you're passing it to other people.
Talk about your 1 hour special. You say you got a 1 hour special to most of
I should be shooting it within the next 2 months. So let's see. What's this? This is April, May. By June, I should be shooting my 1 hour special. So it'll probably be out in like August, September. I'm hoping August because September is my birthday and I'd like to go out on tour. I'm already kind of on a tour before this COVID thing. I mean, they deposit us for a couple of shows. So I got to make those shows up once, we open back up. We still got to do those concert dates. But yeah, I want to my dream is to headline my own tour or to host it. I've always been the opening act or the feature, never the headliner. So unless I'm at a club. So I want to headline a theater. I headlined Essence. So that was a good one. I headlined Essence last year. They did a he ready and she ready. He said and she said. That's what they did. So it was a couple of us girls, Sherry Shepard, Kim Whitley, Kim Coles, Jess Hilarious, and me. And then it was Mike Epps and his crew for the he said.
Gotcha.
It was the following night. So I got to headline Essence. And that was amazing. Thank you, Kim Whitley. I love that girl. She put me on the show.
Right.
What was your I would say the city that you got the most love in? Besides your city that you grew up in when you
Man, let me tell you, I'll never forget it till the day I die. Mm-hmm. So I believe I was on tour with Martin Lawrence. It was wintertime because it was snow on the ground, and we're in Albany, New York.
Okay.
I hit the stage and they are going crazy. So I'm looking behind. Martin's back there. Me? Oh my God. Man, I had to wait for them on several jokes. They gave me them niggas. That was the best show I ever had in my life. Albany, New York, Albany, whatever you call. You guys turned up for me that night. That was me on the Martin Lawrence tour. You guys made me cry after the show. Y'all had me in my dressing room. Couldn't believe it. Really? That also happened for me when I was on tour with Maxwell. I usually just stay in my dressing room till all the fans, leave so we can go on back to the hotel. This night, they was waiting on me. Me? Oh, well, come on in. I thought they was waiting on Maxwell. Shit, I didn't know what all of them. They was waiting on me. So I was, those kind of things I like. I like my fans. Please say something to me. A lot of them be like, no, not me. Fans is how we get where we are. Without the fans, you ain't shit.
Yeah.
So why would you do it? Everybody have a bad day. Everybody. And I suggest you stay in the house on that day.
Yeah.
There you go.
Please.
30 years in the game, what keeps you rejuvenated, young, fresh, and still wanting to do this at the highest level?
Well, good dick. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Don't leave that out. Just knowing what keeps me going. I told you I love what I do. I'm going to do this until I die. There's no retirement plan for comedians. You stand up till you lay down, and that's how it goes. I can't wait to. I hope I'm doing it as long as Mom's Mabley, where I can get up on stage and take my teeth out. Nah, I hope I still got my teeth at 90. I'm going to take the teeth out, but I want to do it until I can't stand up anymore. And if I can sit down and tell jokes, I'll sit down and tell jokes. But there's no love. There's nothing like making 2,500 people you never met in your life feel what you feeling. They laughing. Sometimes I gotta stop. They think I'm laughing at my joke. No, I'm laughing at you laughing. You laughing so hard. I know this shit just happened to you because you're laughing too hard. So that's the kind of stuff. When I see people, I don't have to. People are always talking about standing O's. I think I might have had 3 in my career. Standing O's aren't going to do anything but hurt you unless you're a headliner. Because who wants somebody that's getting standing O's to open for them?
Right.
Nobody wants that. You'll never get chosen to open for anybody. And you got to stay humble in this game. You might have ripped it that night, but this game up and down, you could take them same jokes to another city and bomb your ass off. So stay humble. You got to do that if you want to stay working. I just love what I do. I love my fans, and I love making strangers laugh. So as long as I can keep doing that, I will keep doing this.
Appreciate that.
Definitely appreciate.
As long as I can still be your top 5, then I'm good.
You there? And I can't. It's hard. I guess a lot of heavyweights in there. It's definitely a lot of heavyweights in there. It'd be a big debate, but definitely top.
And it ain't about the funny. It's about the money. Who's marketable?
Yeah.
So it's not about who's the funniest. It's about who can we make some money off of.
All right.
Right. So, but that's okay. It's enough room for everybody.